So go live in just a second.
Going live.
Okay, cool. You okay?
I'm good.
Okay. You didn't even give me a hug, by the way, when you got here. You'll have to hug me later. Okay. Hello, friends. I'm Jenny Townsend here at Music Compound. We are starting a new series called Lunch and Learn. So each week we're going to be featuring different artists, different staff members, people from the community, all tied into music. Whether they have an inspirational story to share, they've got something cool where they are collaborating with musicians, and education topics as well. So being it's the first week of February, we are doing inspiration. So I have my friend Trey Wanvig here. He is a blues artist, up and coming, and he's going to be sharing his journey with you, giving us some tips and tricks, telling us about some upcoming shows, and we're really excited to have him here. So welcome, Trey.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. And we have something in common. Last week we both celebrated our birthdays. Mine was on the 31st. Yours is on the 29th.
Yep.
Tell me about your birthday party, because your mom threw you a surprise party, right?
Yeah. Well, last week I was actually in Memphis for the International Blues Challenge.
Okay.
I was there. I was a part of the Youth Showcase, which I was there to represent the Orange Blossom Blues Society, which is located in Sanford. So I was their youth participant.
Okay.
So I was there for that, and then I was also playing with an organization called United by Music, and basically United by Music is an organization that takes all extremely talented musicians that have developmental disabilities, and they form a band, and they rehearse, and they play all over the country, and so we were out there for that.
That's awesome.
And I've been working with them for probably about a year now.
And where did you meet them?
I met them at the Blues Music Awards last May.
And that was in Memphis as well?
That was in Memphis,
okay.
too, yeah.
Got it.
I'm looking forward to that again this year.
When is that?
May, I think early May.
Early May. Okay, and you were just in NAMM.
I was at NAMM.
Okay, so tell us about that too, because you're doing some really super cool things, and I think it's really cool to share that, because I don't know if, number one, our students know what you're doing, our teachers know, or even like our local community, because you started here, but now you're like all over the country. You do stuff here, but it's mainly all over the country. So tell us about NAMM too, because everyone wants to go. I want to go.
Right, yeah. No, NAMM has been something I've been wanting to do for a long, long time. But
okay.
Usually what has happened the past couple of years is the dates have conflicted with the International Blues Challenge.
Okay.
Because it would be that weekend. Because NAMM is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And
you're going to the one that's in California?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Winter NAMM. There is a NAMM over the summer in Nashville.
Correct.
But it's not as big as the one in
California. Right.
Right. So this year it worked out that it was the week before Memphis. So I was able to go out. And basically it's kind of hard to explain what it's like, because it's just kind of sensory overload, and there's just so much stuff happening. But basically, if you take every single brand that is affiliated with music, and you just think about that, and then there's more of it, and then all the brands have the coolest stuff.
Okay.
And then it's just chaos, but it's a good type of chaos.
Cool. And tell me some of the names of the people that you came in contact with, because I saw you had pictures of all these different people. Not that I know who any of them are, but maybe our viewers know. So give us some names of people you were hanging out with.
Well, Steve Vai, he released his brand new signature guitar with Ibanez.
Okay.
Which is not replacing, but it's going to be in addition to his latest guitar, which has been in production for over 30 years.
Okay.
So that's kind of the big thing. And so I was, he did this event out at NAMM at the House of Blues.
Okay.
And I was able to hang out with him and his band. And a lot of other guests showed up there that were with Ibanez, like Joe Satriani and Paul Gilbert, and
these are all inspirations to you, right?
Yeah, no, they're great players, and I love their playing, and they're all super nice people, and they've been, very embracing and
instrumental.
Yeah.
Cool, that's awesome. So let's start. Because number one, I wanted to showcase kind of your journey and where you are. Because, like, obviously you're saying you're at NAMM, you're at this blues festival, you're doing all these super cool things, but it all got started here.
Yeah.
And with Jamie, Guitar Center as well, and because you had a teacher down in Venice as well, right?
Yep. I started when I was 11.
Okay.
I started taking lessons.
Okay.
With my dad, actually. We took lessons together.
What inspired you guys to take lessons together?
Well, my dad started playing in high school.
Okay.
And he was self-taught, and he just, played for fun. And he never really played after that.
Okay.
But he always had his guitars and stuff, and he enjoyed music. And, when I said that I wanted to start playing guitar, he figured it would be a good time to pick it up again. And,
right.
So...
Cool. So you guys started taking lessons together.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. All right.
And then probably a month into it, he said I'm too good for it, and he quit. He still plays. He plays for fun, and
he's a drummer now.
He does. He started playing drums probably about a year and a half ago, and he really likes that. He doesn't get as much time to play as he wants to.
Right.
But,
right.
We're pretty busy, so it's understandable. But yeah, he loves playing, and he's pretty good.
Cool.
He's he played one show with us. Played drums at the Hometown Fest.
Yes, we're at the Hometown Fest and at the Music Marathon.
Yes.
And somewhere else.
He played bass for me when I didn't have a bass player for Beer Bands and Barbecue.
That's right.
That's right.
When it was at the Bazaar. Very cool. Okay, so you guys started taking lessons down in Venice.
Yep.
What's the name of that store? Where was it?
It was Pete Syracuse.
Oh, okay, cool.
He gives lessons now at Troll Music.
Okay, down south in Venice.
Down in Venice, yeah.
Okay.
And I took lessons with him for probably 2.5 years or so, and he basically told me that, I can keep taking lessons with him, but there's not a whole lot more he could teach me. It was just basically from there, just experience and continuing to play.
Right.
But he did tell me that I should look into taking jazz lessons or something, that isn't just rock, that kind of guitar playing. And so he gave me the name of a teacher that was at Guitar Center at the time. Jamie moved up to New York.
Right.
Which is sad.
Jamie G, we love her, so kudos to Jamie.
Yeah. So I reached out and I asked Jamie if she'd be willing to, do lessons with me, and she said that she was pretty busy, but we could try it and see if it worked out.
Yeah.
But started taking lessons with her, let's see, probably 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
And I took lessons all the way from when I started up until she left to go up to New York.
Right.
So a long time, and did a lot of jazz stuff with her, some classical, just a lot of improvisation and, stuff that I don't use too much in my playing professionally, but I love playing jazz.
Okay.
Even though it's not what I do as a career or whatever. But
right. And you were simultaneously in the jazz band at Riverview when you were going to school there.
I did. Yeah, okay. I did the jazz band at Riverview my freshman and sophomore year.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're still in high school.
I still am in high school.
At SCF, so you're dual enrolled?
Right. I am full-time dual enrollment.
Dual enrolled. Okay.
I do all my classes at SCF.
Cool. Okay.
I've been doing that for the last 2 years. So.
Okay. Wow. You're such a little mover and shaker. And you and I met when your mom sponsored Beer Band's Barbecue the first year we had it, which was like 5 years ago.
Right.
And then Sage came here, and she's been taking ukulele lessons since the very beginning.
Yep.
And then you came to Music Compound for a little bit and did our Got Talent competition.
Yeah. Well,
so
actually,
talk about that a little bit.
Before that, I did a summer camp.
Oh,
here.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's where we met our friend Zach.
Yep.
Zach Moon.
I met Zach and met Leland.
Yes.
And met basically all the beginnings of the Music Compound family.
Right.
And that's where I kind of got introduced to you. And then from there, started doing events with you guys.
Yep.
Some of the showcases you had. And then you did the Got Talent the first year. and that's kind of one of my first performances, really.
Was it really?
Yeah, I had one that I did.
Oh, at the Blues.
Yes.
Giving Hunger the Blues.
Well, yeah, that was. I sat in with somebody for that.
First with Sandy Greco. She was
Oh,
managing the youth stage.
Yes, on the youth stage.
Right. So she invited us to that, and then
Right.
we did the talent thing and everything.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of the performance stuff and a lot of the stage stuff and all that came from here at Music Compound,
Yeah.
is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Very cool. We're glad we could be part of that journey. And then when you were taking lessons and everything, you were simultaneously working on an original song, right?
Yep.
And then you put music to it.
Yep, I was.
And then went and recorded it with
right.
Wayne?
Yes, with Wayne.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
So from the Got Talent competition,
Yep.
One of the winning prizes things was some studio time
Right.
with a local studio here. And I had been working on original music, just for fun. And when it turned out that I won the competition, I had some studio time. I started, trying to plan out and little album EP kind of thing.
Right. And that's the Roadside Blues, or that's a different one?
That is Roadside Blues.
Right here, I have a copy of the
Yeah.
CD. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 songs on it?
Yeah, 7 songs on it.
Let's
There's
go
only
through
one
these.
cover.
One
which
cover.
is Going Down, which is a classic blues
Okay.
kind of song. But yeah, all the other 6 of those are originals.
Okay, so we'll show you. Do you want to tell us a little bit about each one of these original songs? Like, what brought them about? What inspired them?
Well, Through With Me is the newest one out of all of these.
Okay.
I wrote this. Let's see, when did I? Probably a good 6 months to a year after all the other ones.
Okay.
Which I think really reflects in the song, not only just, my guitar playing and singing, but the way it's written.
Okay.
I think it's a little more mature and, I don't know, more developed.
Okay.
But,
Got it.
But I think, I'd say my favorite song that I still play to this day
Is the Roadside Blues. And what's Boniva about?
Boniva is an instrumental song.
Is that because you're always going up and down Boniva Road?
I do. I live off of Boniva, and I had an instrumental song, and I wanted to put an instrumental song on the album.
Okay.
And I had nothing to name it after, and I had nothing, I had no inspiration on how to name the song.
Right.
And so I was just
driving down Boniva.
I was just thinking, what can I name this song? And for some reason, Boniva popped into my head, and I thought it sounded pretty cool.
That is cool.
It's nice because, Roadside Blues is kind of road and...
Right.
I thought it fit pretty well.
I like it. Very cool. And then you gave me a signed copy, by the way.
I did.
So I have a signed copy. If you want signed copies, I'm sure you can hit him up on his Facebook or go to his newsletter. We're going to give away a CD and some other swag as well. We got to figure out how we're going to
T-shirt.
And we have t-shirts as well.
Yeah.
And guitar picks and all kinds of cool swag. His mom manager is fantastic at creating all this, right? Or are you creating all this?
Well,
I don't want to not give you credit if you're doing this.
Depends. She does a lot of stuff.
Has a matching 31 gifts bag.
Yeah, she's good at all that kind of stuff. She encouraged me to do a bunch of things, like she made these little pick tin things.
Those are cute.
Which I think they're pretty cool. But she came up with the sunglasses idea.
Cool.
Which,
awesome.
They look good.
Awesome. All right, so let's talk about your inspiration.
Okay.
And I want to talk about your inspiration, and then I want to talk about the shows, because we like to keep these about 10 minutes or so. So let's go straight to inspiration.
Okay. Inspiration in terms of, artists I like.
Artists who inspired you, who do you want to be like, or, where are you going?
Well, in the very beginning of my career, I was very much a rock player, classic rock kind of stuff, Guns N' Roses.
The amps were just crazy.
Yeah.
I was turn down the music.
Yeah.
Turn down you and Zach.
Yep.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
Van Halen, that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And as I grew older, I'm not sure what happened, but I started transitioning into more blues stuff. And, I don't really know a certain time where I started saying I want to play blues.
Okay.
But it was, I'd say maybe, I was probably 13, 14. So a couple of years after I started playing.
Okay.
And that's also around the time where I started thinking, I want to start singing too.
Right.
Because before I was just a guitar player, and a lot of those bands back then, it was just you had a guitar player and you had a singer. And then I can't remember who the first person was that told it to me, but a lot of people have told me, the way the industry is now, if you want to make it and you're a guitar player, it's not just enough to be a guitar player. You have to sing.
Right.
And I've been fortunate enough to, have a decent voice, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've been working on my singing too, and I think that's probably one of the things I'm most proud of in terms of my
the growth
progression.
Yeah.
Especially in the last couple of years, I'm really proud of where it's at.
I'm very proud of you too, actually, because you were just a guitar player.
Yeah, I was.
And it was like, at your level, you were playing more advanced music, and so it was kind of hard to pair you with kids your own age that had the same dedication and the same skill set.
Right.
So you really had to kind of become your own person and sing and play to be able to book the shows and not just play guitar.
Right.
So I think the growth has been fantastic as well. I'm very proud of you.
But yeah, artists that I enjoy listening to and, strive to, inspirations to me. Everybody from somebody who's pretty recent started to, get out there. Eric Gales. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of him, but he's a kind of a blues rock guy. He's somebody that I've really been listening to a lot recently. And there's some people that aren't strictly blues, but I enjoy listening to, like Eric Johnson. But a lot of the old blues guys I enjoy listening to.
Who are those?
Well,
some of those people,
like B.B. King.
Can't go wrong with B.B. King. Love B.B. King.
But the other two Kings, Albert and Freddie King.
Okay.
Those, I love a lot of their songs, and a lot of the songs I play are, a lot of their older songs that I've sort of taken and changed up a little bit, or other artists that I enjoy listening to, they've taken those songs and made them their own. Joe Bonamassa is a great example of that. He's taken a lot of old blues songs and, made them a little bit heavier and, kind of changed the style of them. And, I enjoy playing those songs live, and I love Joe's playing, and I listen to him a lot.
And you're going to be performing with him, right?
I am playing he's there at Ruth Eckerd Hall, February 24th and 25th in Clearwater, and I am playing on the cabaret stage before he plays, so I'm opening for him. Yeah.
Very cool. Now, did you ever think that was going to happen, or no? And have you met him?
I've met him a couple times, I think twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. So will you have an opportunity to play on stage with him, like in the future? Maybe not at Ruth Eckerd Hall, but
hopefully.
So that's a dream of yours.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Keep us posted. We always like to hear about dreams coming true.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. So those are your inspirations. All right, talk to us about upcoming shows.
Okay,
And they can be all over, and then obviously local, because if people watching today are like, ooh, I want to go see this guy perform, where can they go?
Okay. Thursday, I am going to be making a special guest appearance. I love this. Blue Rooster.
The Blue Rooster.
With Taz Crew. He's there. We went last night to Englewood's on Dearborn.
Okay.
He was there, and I played with him. Taz is out on tour for his new album.
Okay.
With Gabe Stillman, who last year at the International Blues Challenge, I met him there, and he won the Gibson Best Guitarist Award.
Okay.
And he's a great player and a great singer. And
Cool. So tell our audience who that is again.
Gabe Stillman.
And then the guy that you're going to be joining at Blue Rooster?
Task Crew.
Taz?
Task Crew.
Task or Taz?
TASCRU.
Okay.
Task Crew.
Cool. And that's going to be the Blue Rooster?
Yes, Blue Rooster Thursday, I think at 7 or so.
And I was at your show, the last show at the Blue Rooster, which was like a year ago.
That was a while ago. Yeah.
That was like over a year ago.
I think it was June. It might be almost 2 years now because I think it was in June.
Okay. And who were you playing with then?
I was with Michael Peck is my drummer and still my drummer to this day, and Jack Berry, who is still my bass player.
Okay,
so,
cool. And I want to talk about the band members as well. So when you go to these on tour, like, and you go and you're going to do this thing at Ruth Eckerd and you're in Memphis and are you going to do the thing in Colorado this year?
I'm not sure what's happening with Colorado yet.
Okay.
Something is happening with it.
But your band that resides here in Sarasota, they go on tour with you?
Most of the time, yes. Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
And if they don't go, then who plays with you?
It's different every time.
So you like source drummers and bass players out in the community?
It depends on the scenario. So like for the stuff we're doing in Clearwater, so yes, Clearwater, definitely playing with them. Anything in Florida, I'd say yes, we're definitely gonna, whether it's the other coast or whatever. But last year in Memphis, yes, I brought my band.
Okay.
This year I did not because it was kind of a special situation because I actually we drove to New Orleans the weekend before because I was actually playing on a train that went from New Orleans to Memphis, and so I had to, basically figure that out.
Got it.
And so we did that, and then once I got to Memphis, it worked out because a band that I met in Colorado doing the festival last year, they were also going to be at the International Blues Challenge, so we hooked up and played together for my stuff in Memphis, and then when I wasn't playing my solo stuff, I was with United by Music, and they had the entire band out there. So.
That's so cool. I love that collaboration, too, and just making all these friends along the way. Yeah. All right, so we have Ruth Eckerd Hall. You're opening up for Joe Bonamassa.
Yeah.
February 23rd and 24th.
24th, 25th.
24th and 25th, and I'm sure these tickets you can get on Ruth Eckerd. Or do you have a link on your website?
It should be there. Yeah.
Okay, you have a link on your website?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you can go to his website and then give us a couple more shows where you're going to be.
You gotta think. In May.
Okay.
I will be.
Musician brain.
I'm doing something in New Jersey in like June or something. I have no clue.
Let's do this. Let's just send them to your website, and then all your events.
My website has everything.
All right, send them to your website and tell them what your web address is, what your Facebook is, so that they can find out the information where they can see you.
Okay. Website is just TreyWanvig.com. Very simple. From there, it has all the links to all my social media stuff. My Instagram, Facebook, stuff like that, YouTube, everything in terms of all the social media should just be Trey Wanvig or Trey Wanvig official or something like that. It's pretty easy to find.
Okay, cool. And you send out a monthly newsletter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tried to.
So you tried to. I know. Yeah. I hear you. All right. So if they want to subscribe to the monthly newsletter, they can go to your website, just say subscribe here, or can you go to your Facebook page and subscribe as well?
I think it's just on the website.
Okay. So on the website you can subscribe. He'll send like a monthly newsletter. It says like what his shows are, what he's been up to, and tell us about some of the awards that you've recently won, or like recognitions, like when you're going to this contest in Memphis, or.
Well. The past 3 years, I've been fortunate enough to go out to Memphis for the International Blues Challenge, and in order to do that, I've had to participate in different blues societies, local blues societies, like there's one in Tampa, the Suncoast Blues Society, there's one down south in Fort Myers, Southwest, and every year I've competed in their local regional blues challenge.
Okay.
And every year I've won in my category. Thank you. And that has allowed me to go to Memphis and compete up there. And
cool.
So last year I competed with my drummer, And we did solo duo, which is kind of unique. We didn't have a bass player, but I thought maybe it would be fun to see how it turned out. But we won the regional challenge and we went up to Memphis, and it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
And then this year I did what I did the first year, and I competed as a youth showcase artist. And so I went up there for youth, and
that's awesome. Okay, cool. So give a quick shout out to your band members. Let's talk about your drummer really quickly and your bass player really quickly.
Okay.
And then I just want to end with either a tip or a trick or something really, really cool that you could share with our viewers.
Okay.
So band members.
Okay, my drummer is Michael Peck. He lives in Venice, and he's played with a lot of people. Probably best known for playing with Brian Lee, who is he's an iconic blues, artist. He plays everywhere.
Okay.
He's from New Orleans, but Brian plays a lot down here.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he lives here now. So.
Okay.
Yeah, he played with Brian Lee. He's played with a lot of different blues artists up in the Washington, D.C. area, because that's where he's from.
Okay.
He played with the Moments when he was 13 and played with them for a while, and he's a super nice guy and really...
Super nice guy.
Super,
just
super.
So super nice.
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of Rick Brothers, too, by the way.
Yeah.
I feel like they could be brothers.
Yeah. No, they're similar.
Super nice guy.
Yeah.
Oh my, he's so professional and so supportive of you too. So kudos to you, Michael. You're the bomb. Cool. All right, let's talk about the guy that's in everybody's band.
Yeah, Jack Berry. He's in just about. I'm pretty sure if you've gone to any restaurant, club, anything where there's a band playing, you've probably seen him.
Has long red hair.
Long red hair.
Really skinny. Looks like he's from the 60s.
Yeah, he's got this weird mustache thing, but it works.
Yeah, totally. Does he have an assistant to manage all these gigs and all these schedules?
I don't know how he does it.
I don't know how he does it either. Jack, I'm really curious. I may have you on the podcast in the future to find out how you keep up with all of your schedules. And he seems pretty professional as well.
Yeah.
Like on time, right? Or no?
Yeah, for the most part.
For the most part. Okay. He always seems professional.
Well, he's always, I wouldn't say he gets to the gigs on time, but he's always ready to play.
Always ready to play. Okay, cool. And do you want to say anything else about him?
He's always consistent with his playing, and he knows the music, and he's great.
Pretty cool guy. He's also in Jared's band.
Yep.
Most of you know Jared Johnson, one of our drum instructors. He does a lot of our events and does a lot of our sound. And they're in a band together called Auto Kanya.
Something like that.
Yep, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know how you pronounce it.
I'm pretty sure it's Auto Kanya or Auto Kanye. I'm sure they'll correct me later.
Yeah.
Anyways, they do psychedelic kind of music, I guess, and a lot of it's original. It's really loud, obnoxious. I think it's really loud, obnoxious. But anyways, some people are into that. Anyway, so cool. So love your band. Really proud of you. It's so super cool just to see you from, let's say, almost 5 years ago, 4.5 years ago. With your mullet, to this new do that you have today.
It hasn't changed that much.
No, it's all one length now.
Yeah, my mom still hates it the same.
Oh, I just don't like it when it's in your face.
Yeah,
when we're trying to take pictures of you and we're doing gigs. So it's one of the things we're trying to train our people on. We want to see your face, and so does the audience. So I always love how you have a fan now that's blowing the hair.
Outside gigs, you gotta have the fan.
Gotta have the fan.
It's Florida.
Okay, cool. So it's been really cool just to see you grow, and obviously your family I love your family. Traveled with the family. Sage's been here forever. Your mom gave me a bunch of decor for my birthday party, because I was having a party simultaneously to your birthday party. Anyways, okay, so if you could leave our followers with anything final, whether it's a tip for the 11-year-olds, or to anyone that's wanting to write their own music, to anyone that's wanting to go on tour, maybe how you book these things or how you get these gigs, or...
I think the biggest thing that can kind of be related to all of that is to just continue doing it and to never give up, because I know it's...
So don't give up, just keep going.
The biggest thing, because when I first started practicing you know, even a year or 2 years after I started playing, it was kind of like, I don't want to practice. And
Right.
but as you get better and as you continue to play and or do anything, can book shows, write music, it's just you have to continue doing it, and it gets easier. Some things get easier quicker than others, but you'll grow happy with what you're doing, and it'll get easier, and you'll enjoy it.
Cool. And then to talk about the shows, you're reaching out to these festivals, or how are you getting into the festivals?
Depends on the festival in the show. Some of them either reach out to me, or I submit to them and basically, you know, show them, you know, videos of my playing, or I send them a demo CD like this one.
Okay.
And basically just showcase, you know, what my performances are like, and, you know, from that they'll, you know, we'll
say yay or nay.
Yeah.
Most of the time they're saying yay.
Yeah.
Bring on
Hopefully.
the show.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here with us today. Thank you for sharing your journey.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for telling us where you're going to be as well. Once again, this is Trey. You can follow him on Facebook. He has an Instagram account. You can also go to his website, and he's going to pick one person. So if you want to win a CD, some swag, some glasses, and guitar picks, go to his website and join his mailing list to get on his monthly newsletter. From that list of people, he'll randomly select someone to win one of these really cool signed CDs and some really cool swag. And thank you for being here. Anything else that you want to say?
I think that's it.
I'm amazing?
Yeah.
That would be nice. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
She's pretty
All right. Thank you for joining us. And next week we will be having one of our instructors, Dustin, talking about Songwriters Circle. So it'll be bringing people together, collaborating on some songwriting. We do have a workshop on Thursdays from 5:30 to 6:30. So if you're interested in writing some songs and putting some music to that, that will be happening here at Music Compound on Thursdays. And then the following week, we will be having either Bill talking about the Nashville number system, or we're going to be having a stage and sound manager to talk about performance etiquette. This is like something I really want to talk about. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say performance etiquette?
Yeah.
Nobody else gets it. I'm like, I want to work with bands that show up on time. I want to work with bands that are respectful to the people working the stage, respectful to the event managers, and don't show up with a big-ass ego.
That's important.
It's ridiculous. And these people that take 30 minutes for a sound check that should take 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then they want to just be all, ooh. Anyway, so that's what we're going to be talking about as well, performance etiquette. So anyways, thanks for joining us for the Lunch and Learn series here at Music Compound. We'll see you soon. Want to wave? Hi.